Welcome again, Maxim here, and today we are gonna talk about basics of Affinity system across all available equipment, how it works and how you can boost it. If you want to know exactly where you can farm Affinity for specific parts of equipment, you will find info about it in the next video. Check the upper right corner or the description. In this video there are spoilers about the equipment from the quests you can see on the screen right now. Leveling up your equipment is the basic thing in Warframe, regardless of whether you are doing this to increase your mastery rank or you want to use several formats, you should know the basics of this process. Let's start with how many experience points you gain by performing specific actions. By killing enemies with your Warframe skills, 100% of gained experience will be assigned to the Warframe. If, on the other hand, you use weapons, the affinity will be split in half, 50% to the weapon you are currently using and 50% to your Warframe. Same with powers and kills, 50-50 between Warframe and last held weapon. These are two of three basic rules related to the Affinity system. The third rule is gaining experience when your team members are killing mobs. In this case, your Warframe will get 25% of the experience from their kills and 75% will be distributed among the weapons you have. If you have a full set of 3 weapons, each will get 25%. If you have only 2 of them, each will get 37.5%. And with only 1 weapon, it will get full 75%. If you want to level up your weapons, you should only take with you those that really need affinity. Weapons with max rank still receive experience, so it will be wasted. And if you revive yourself during a mission, you lose 10% of the affinity gained so far on all weapons and your Warframe. As a curiosity, I would like to add that these yellow objects are called Affinity Orbs. By default, they give 1000 affinity points, which are distributed in as experience gained from teammate kills, 25 to 75. These are the 3 basic rules, but there are a few more possibilities. You can, for example, use a Warframe that will have its own unique weapon, called Exalted weapon. A good example will be Excalibur here. This weapon is another part of your equipment, but the remaining weapons will not receive less experience. Exalted weapons get the same experience as Warframe, but level up faster than your character, because, like ordinary weapons, it requires 450,000 experience points to the maximum level. Warframe needs 2 times as much, 900,000. When using an Exalted weapon, other weapons will still level up from experience gained from teammate kills. Killing with Exalted weapon is counted as a skill kill. However, there is a situation where 75% of experience for your weapons is divided by 4. This happens when you equip an archgun on a regular mission. To do that, you need to use Gravimag. With full gear, each weapon will receive 18.75% of experience gained from teammates. You can reduce the number of weapons, then 75% will be divided by 2. 1 necessary weapon, without which you won't start the mission, and equipped archgun. You can level up your archgun only when it is equipped. You can also gain affinity on it on Archwing missions or by using a necromech. Here the rules are similar as in case of Warframe. You kill with an Archwing or a necromech, 100% of the experience goes to them. Weapon kills, 50-50 is assigned to Archwing or mech and this weapon. Teammate kills, 25% for Archwing or mech, 37.5% for primary and melee weapon each. Necromech's unique weapons are Exalted weapons, so affinity gained the same as in Warframe case. Speaking of space missions, there are also Railjack missions. Killing with Railjack turrets will cause that experience goes to Plexus. This is the segment that you level up in your Railjack and put Railjack mods in. On the other hand, destroying enemy vehicles with forward artillery gives experience points depending on how you do it. If being in Warframe, according to the previously mentioned rules, if in Operator, 50% goes to the Operator and 50% to the AMP. Few more words about the Operator. Kills with skills, or with the AMP, split the experience 50-50 between the Operator and the AMP. When it comes to the teammate kills, 25% goes to the Operator, as before, but AMP will receive only 37.5%. Last ones are companions. Your kills give them no experience, no matter how you do it. They receive as much affinity as the Warframe gains from teammate kills. But this is not a shared experience. The equipped companion does not make your Warframe get less affinity. They just gain the same values from the source, 25%. If a companion kills with its skills, it gets 100% of that affinity. and when it uses some kind of weapon, like Sentinel or Hound, then like before the same rule applies. 50% to the weapon, 50% to companion. On the mission progress screen, by default tab button, you will see how much experience you have gained so far and what bonus you will get after the mission is completed. It amounts is equal to 125% of the affinity points you have gained during the mission. If you want to gain points from teammate kills, they must be within the range of shared affinity. Players with an affinity range will have a special icon in the teammates list, by default Z button. On regular missions, this distance is equal to 50 meters. On open worlds, it is 250 meters. On Archwing space missions, it is 200 meters. And on Railjacks missions, this range is unlimited. Here you don't have to worry about sharing, but on other missions, you can increase that range in a few ways. First, you can use the main skill of one operator school, Vazarin. It increases the shared range by 25 meters. You can also use the flares that Nakak is selling on cities. Each unique type of flare on regular missions and open worlds increases the range by 150 meters. In space on Archwing missions, the flare increases range by 600 meters. This effect lasts 2 minutes and you can use more than one flare on the mission. There is one more important topic in Affinity system, that is multiplying affinity. First and basic multiplier is an affinity booster. It will multiply gained affinity by 2. Apart from the fact that you can buy it from the market or get it from Prime Access, you can get a 3-day booster from Sortie, which is unlocked after the War Within story quest, or Archon Hunt, after the Veilbreaker story quest. You can also get it on the Steel Path Circuit, the Duviri Paradox story quest, or from a calendar related to the Hex story quest. Occasionally you can also get it from the Daily Tribute or from Barakitir, the Void Trader. During the missions, you can sometimes find special reinforced container that contains credit or affinity booster for 30 or 60 minutes, but those containers are very rare. If you want to level up a lot of equipment, it is worth considering selling a few items from your inventory to other players to buy such a booster from the market, or wait with the leveling till you drop one to save your time. However, if you see such an icon in the upper right corner of the screen, it means that a ×2 affinity booster for all players has just been activated. You can then use a purchased booster to increase the experience multiplier to ×4. You can also get a blessing on the relay from a player with 30 or higher mastery rank. It gives an additional 25% more affinity, so then you will have a ×5 already. In addition, if you are leveling melee weapons, it is worth using Naramon Operator School, which main skill gives 45% more experience to melee weapons. And at the end of this list, we have Smita Kavat. Its skill, called Charm, multiplies the experience you gain by 3. This effect can occur every 27 seconds and lasts for 120 seconds, so there is a chance that this skill will overlap few times. Duration of the charm can be increased with the Tech Enhance mod, up to 155 seconds. So it is all about luck how many times this skill will overlap on your mission. There is one more kind of affinity booster, Silent Kill bonus. If you kill 5 mobs without them noticing you, for each one you will receive an affinity multiplier. Each successful kill gives plus 100% affinity multiplier, up to 500%. This bonus deactivates after you kill a mob which saw you, or 30 seconds have passed with no further kills. And that's pretty much everything about gaining affinity in Warframe. In next video, you will learn all best methods of gaining affinity on all kinds of equipment. If you have any questions or I missed any important info, the comment section is yours. You can also visit me on one of my streams on Twitch, link is in the description. See you next time, bye.